hello. Today I'm going to speak about an anime that it's old, 15 years ago. It came out 15 years ago, which is Madoka Magica. I watched some of it, and many people praise it to be this incredible anime masterpiece, which is not. It's not horrible. It's not like Isekai. Yeah. It's, I would rather watch Madoka Magica over an Isekai. They're garbage. But it's not a masterpiece. Yes, the visuals are incredible, but the story is not. I say Sailor Moon is a better story. I'm talking about the anime. I don't know the manga, but Sailor Moon anime is better. Madoka's a character is very void, and people say, no, it's a void character. Her personality is like she has a flaw that she says she's insecure. But why? Her insecurity makes no sense. She has a loving family that are basically perfect. She's middle class, but not like the regular middle class, like high middle class. I saw her house. Her house was almost a mansion. Um, her friends love her. No one is bullying her really. She has everything, but she has an insecurity problem that doesn't make any sense. It would make sense if she was poor or she had like a problem with the family, but why is she insecure? It doesn't make any sense. She has a perfect life. She goes to a school that looks incredibly good. It's basically a good school for rich people, basically, almost. Um, and everything revolves around her. I know she's the main character, but she does not drive her own plot. It's Homura that drives the plot. Madoka just sits down and starts crying. And people say, no, but Madoka saved them. Uh, he told me from being killed by witch keys and no. What saved the people was thing it was Sayaka that came out and saved her. If she just delayed the inevitable, they were going to die anyway, and she was also because she was going to be killed by them. So no, yeah, she did nothing for 11 episodes basically, and then she's giving God powers, which doesn't make any sense. Madoka Magica has no sense of scale. How do you go from city to a moment like a town city to a universal scale? It does not make any sense. I don't like that. At least Sailor Moon had like they had the the scale was set up, the galactic, the solar system scale, the space stuff, it was set up, and then over time they started expanding it. And then when we see Sailor Cosmos and Sailor Galaxy and all that, it makes sense because it's already established in the background. And then we see Sailor Cosmos, it makes sense. But in Madoka Magica, she goes from like schoolgirl to god level being. No, it doesn't make any sense. Because of a witch, and the witch mechanics is garbage. The so-called karmic thing, the karmic potential, I think it was called it Q, we call it karmic potential. It's bullshit. And it was not even because Madoka was special, because Homura kept in the time loops, the time loops and that potential kept increasing. So basically, Homura gave her the potential. So it was not even Madoka because that was special. She was, and Homura is not a character. She's a character, but she's not she um, how in the fuck is the character that the second most important character? Well, I would argue she's the most important character because Madoka is just the face of the franchise. She's not even the engine of the franchise because Homura is moving everything. We don't know anything about her. Absolutely anything. We need. We know nothing about her. Like why Homura is she's so obsessed with Madoka because Madoka only 1 month on friendship and she goes ballistic for Madoka. Mami was also with her and helped her and be magical girl, but she doesn't care. She acts very rude against Mami and she did not save Mami. Oh, because she was betrayed in other timelines. But that only that obsession is transferred to Madoka despite also Mami helped her. And she could have solved the problem in the PSP game, though I know it's not canon. Homurality solves all of the problems we see in the without being acting as cold as she did. And despite not being canon, was written by the same people that made Madoka Magica. So proving that Homura's pain is self-inflicted. And she tried the same methods like the same in every timeline, but she and then she wonders why she's failing. Like Sayaka was essentially the best character, but even that it was, I think it was rushed. They rushed it. Kyoko had potential, but they also they rushed her. She went from "I'm going to kill you" to "I'm your best friend" in 2 episodes. They rushed it. Madoka Magica should have been like 24, 26 episodes, not 12. It was 12 was too fast. It was too fast. The Urobochi, I think that Urobochi went to do it longer, but they had to scale down the episodes. Say that episode 10 was going to be longer, but they had to cut it down to 20 minutes or something like that. Homura's personality change does not make any sense. She goes from like basically her story is basically stolen from Sailor Saturn's backstory of the hospitalized and timid girl, but she goes from essentially the weakest magical girl to this um, femme fatale, black widow with time stop powers, and but it's not there's no middle pass. It's like she just goes from crybaby to badass because trauma, I guess. This excuse of trauma turns you into a badass. Sometimes it's badly implemented, and also um, Madoka becomes God, and the witches is you go to remove the witches, and then Homura is she's satisfied, but in rebellion, all of a sudden she was never satisfied. She wanted to Madoka back. She was obsessed with her. She wanted to be, and the rape arc it does not make any sense. It's nonsense. And let's me bring up another thing. The incubators are fucking retarded. They're the stupidest alien race I've ever seen. They have no backup plans when disasters happen. They want to house-based humans, but they don't allow don't have like a kill switch if one witch goes insane. Incubators are retarded. They didn't tie other forms of energy or I don't know 0 point energy to stop. Why they don't want to stop the decay of the universe, the heat death? When the heat death will happen in a Google years. Google years. It's incomprehensible. But they want to stop it. Why they don't find other technology? Why do they need teenage girls? Why adults cannot be capacitated? They say no, it's because the girls are better or something. It doesn't make any sense. The power system does not make any sense. And another coming of one, rebellion. Rebellion was stupid. But that we'll talk about another day. And also Wapuzina Rising. Those movies, I think Wapuzina Rising will be have a predictable ending. Madoka will forgive home. It will happen. But levels will happen. We'll speak it about another day. The soundtrack is good, I guess, but in my opinion, the soundtrack is too good for this franchise. It's Madoka Magica is okay at best. It's not this masterpiece. Yes, the visuals and Kekidan, yes, his art is incredible. I'll not lie, but um, the story is not. It's mediocre at best. It's mediocre. Let's be real. It's mediocre. Madoka as a character is basically a MacGuffin with legs. She's only liked because she has this pink cute aesthetic that people like, and Homura is a character that's basically an she's she's basically a plot device character. Her powers work sometimes, but sometimes they don't work. She's doing things that doesn't make any sense. She could have found different ways to save Madoka, but no. The Madoka becoming the ultimate god is stupid. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. If it was like Madoka having like it was one time thing where she moved all the witches and then she disappeared forever. And okay, whatever. But the god stuff should have never been. This Sailor Cosmos copy thing, no, should have not happened. But this is my opinion of Madoka Magica. Another day I'll speak about rebellion and what we were pushing out, whatever. May God bless you. Thanks for everything. Please like and subscribe.